Good day and welcome back to another DBZ Dark Metal video. In this video we took a look at the no item for the Red Zone second stage of Movie Edition 2 against Dr. Wheelo. But I thought we could take a look at another run because I usually have at least 2 runs on my channel, so why not? And yeah, I thought basically let's take a look at essentially a little bit of a second run here. Dr. Wheelo himself is a pretty straightforward fight, to be honest with you. Obviously you got the Movie Edition 2, you've got Movie Edition 1. Movie Edition 2 starts off kind of similar to 1 in that it's not as hard as some of the other red zones that are currently out. I would say the general, at least my general consensus when it comes to these kind of events, obviously it being a variable difficulty is more than fine. You know, them starting with slightly easier stages to let players kind of get into it isn't a big issue for me. Some people like every stage to be super duper hard. I like stages that are not super duper hard all the time, but mainly because it gives players something to work towards. They can start with Mercenary Tau, move on to Dr. Wheelo, and understand that it's going to get progressively harder. Now the Dr. Wheelo fight, so the first round is very interesting. Dr. Wheelo himself is immune to stunning and sealing, attack lowering, defense lowering, and he can lower your attack and defense. But his little minions, the Bioman, Cyberman kind of replicants, they can be stunned, which is interesting. Now, obviously there are multiple enemies in the first phase. That doesn't necessarily mean that AoE attacks are going to be the best solution here. But if you've got a good AoE attacker, which is one of the reasons why I chose Martian Power Team, then bringing one isn't a bad call. But I will say, to be honest with you, that you're probably better off just targeting them down with big single target attackers. They still have relatively decent health. I think they can handle quite a few attacks. So bringing rather just good single target damage dealers isn't a huge train smash. After that we face Piccolo, who's immune to sealing but can be stunned, and then we face Dr. Wheelo, who is immune to stunning, sealing, attack lowering, and everything else, raises his defense and does AoEs. Now his AoEs don't hit super hard, they're just AoE normals, similar to Broly, or similar I should say, obviously, to Omega Shenron. And Zamasu is probably the closest in terms of opinion. But the big thing is honestly that it's pretty straightforward. Once you get rid of the AoE enemies, you face a tech and then an int enemy. So bringing int type or physical type is more than fine, because outside the first stage where you face one strength character, having a physical heavy team is actually probably preferable. The Martian Power Team allows us to kind of just meet all our requirements and just lets me run a different team. So obviously here we're running double int boos, who are great. Int boo obviously super duper solid. We got his revive if we need, but we probably won't end up using it because the team is just so strong and powerful. Then we have the Kid Boo super easy A, fantastic support, 70% support by the way for this team. Even better than the physical Boo, who is a 60% support for physical type units, who we also have on the team because why not. Then we have physical Buhan, obviously a super fantastic unit after his easy aim. Really hard hitter, really tanky, defense accelerates nicely, heals, evasion, lots of really good stuff. Then we also have the Tech Boo, Tech Good Boo, or Evil Boo, Good Boo, exchange units, etc. Really awesome unit as well. Really cool for a lot of reasons. The transforming is really solid, the defense is really good. Obviously super powerful defensively alongside other Martian Power units. Got that 70% damage reduction, which is very insane. And then in theory we could transform him, but it's not really needed. And yeah, honestly, aside from that, the team just functions really well. could make some changes. I mean, if I had the Tech Evil Boo, the banner unit, I probably would use him. Also, yeah, I still don't know how I feel between using 2 physical Boohans and using 2 int Boos. In theory, I feel like for super hard stages, the int Boos are the better choices because it gives you double opportunity for revive. Not that you have 2 revives, but 2 opportunities to use the revive properly. And obviously they both benefit from that revive. But with that being said, I do understand the argument that having double Boohans, double damage, big time damage, still the best damage dealer on this team by a country mile, I think. So it's just going to depend on how you feel. I think for this stage you could definitely probably run double Boohan and only have 1 int Majin Buu, but it's going to be entirely up to you. Obviously, done quite a few runs of this now, but for me, definitely, like when I look at Dr. Wheelo's fight, I feel like it was definitely a step up from Mercenary Tao. At least it felt like a step up, but not insane. It's not like it's one of the hardest red zones or anything like that, which I wasn't really expecting it to be, but yeah, it's just one of those things. Overall though, honestly, a really fun stage, really fun event. I think for me, especially running the Majin Buu team is just a lot of fun right now. So I've really been enjoying kind of, using them, trying them out, and just, incorporating them into teams and using them into teams. I think you could use Strength Kid Buu or Strength Super Buu if you really wanted to. I think there are solid picks. I just think, obviously there is a consideration that potentially, you might need a couple dupes, especially if you're going to run the Strength Super Buu. I think he's great, but yeah, I think this team for me is probably the closest to being the best Majin Buu team possible. Maybe Strength AoE Buu could definitely be subbed out, depending on the situation. But yeah, overall, it was a pretty fun stage. Done our 2 attempts now. We'll see if any missions come out for it later one day. But for now, I think that'll probably just be it. So yeah, that's basically going to be it from me. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a like. And as always, I will see you guys in the next one. So until then, take care and bye.